You are listening to the audiobook Alien Interview Book by Matilda O'Donnell MacElroy. Top Secret. This is Chapter 12, A Lesson in Immortality. Listen to the personal note from Matilda before the start of the official interview. I think the following transcript is pretty much self-explanatory. Official transcript of interview, top secret. Official transcript of the U.S. Army Air Force. Roswell Army Airfield, 509th Bomb Group. Subject, Alien Interview, 30 July 1947, First Session. Immortal spiritual beings, which I refer to as is-bees, for the sake of convenience, are the source and creators of illusions. Each one, individually and collectively, in their original, unfettered state of being, are an eternal, all-powerful, all-knowing entity. Is-bees create space by imagining a location. The intervening distance between themselves and the imagined location is what we call space. An is-bee can perceive the space and objects created by other is-bees. Is-bees are not physical universe entities. They are a source of energy and illusion. Is-bees are not located in space or time, but can create space, place particles in space, create energy, and shape particles into various forms, cause the motion of forms, and animate forms. Any form that is animated by an is-bee is called life. An is-bee can decide to agree that they are located in space or time, and that they, themselves, are an object, or any other manner of illusion created by themselves or another or other is-bees. The disadvantage of creating an illusion is that an illusion must be continually created. If not continually created, it disappears. Continual creation of an illusion requires incessant attention to every detail of the illusion in order to sustain it. A common denominator of is-bees seems to be the desire to avoid boredom. A spirit only, without interaction with other is-bees, and the unpredictable motion, drama, and unanticipated intentions and illusions being created by other is-bees, is easily bored. What if you could imagine anything, perceive everything, and cause anything to happen, at will? What if you couldn't do anything else? What if you always knew the outcome of every game and the answer to every question? Would you get bored? The entire back-time track of is-bees is immeasurable, nearly infinite in terms of physical universe time. There is no measurable beginning or end for an is-bee. They simply exist in an everlasting now. Another common denominator of is-bees is that admiration of one's own illusions by others is very desirable. If the desired admiration is not forthcoming, the is-bee will keep creating the illusion in an attempt to get admiration. One could say that the entire physical universe is made of unadmired illusions. The origins of this universe began with the creation of individual, illusionary spaces. These were the home of the is-bee. Sometimes a universe is a collaborative creation of illusions by two or more is-bees. A proliferation of is-bees, and the universes they create, sometimes collide or become commingled or merged to an extent that many is-bees shared in the co-creation of a universe. Is-bees diminish their ability in order to have a game to play. Is-bees think that any game is better than no game. They will endure pain, suffering, stupidity, privation, and all manner of unnecessary and undesirable conditions, just to play a game. Pretending that one does not know all, see all and cause all, is a way to create the conditions necessary for playing a game: unknowns, freedoms, barriers and/or opponents and goals. Ultimately, playing a game solves the problem of boredom. In this fashion, all of the space, galaxies, suns, planets, and physical phenomena of this universe, including life forms, places, and events that have been created by is-bees and sustained by mutual agreement that these things exist. There are as many universes as there are is-bees to imagine, build and perceive them, each existing concurrently within its own continuum. Each universe is created using its own, unique set of rules, as imagined, altered, preserved or destroyed by one or more is-bees who created it. Time, energy, objects and space, as defined in terms of the physical universe, may or may not exist in other universes. The domain exists in such a universe, as well as in the physical universe. One of the rules of the physical universe is that energy can be created, but not destroyed. So, the universe will keep expanding as long as is-bees keep adding more new energy into it. It is nearly infinite. It is like an automobile assembly line that never stops running and none of the cars are ever destroyed. Every is-bee is basically good. Therefore, an is-bee does not enjoy doing things to other is-bees which they themselves do not want to experience. For N is B. There is no inherent standard for what is good or bad, right or wrong, ugly or beautiful. These ideas are all based on the opinion of each individual is BE. The closest concept that human beings have to describe an is B is as a god, all-knowing, all-powerful, infinite. So, how does a god stop being a god? They pretend not to know. How can you play a game of hide and seek if you always know where the other person is hiding? You pretend not to know where the other players are hiding, so you can go off to seek them. This is how games are created. You have forgotten that you are just pretending. In so doing, is BEs become entrapped and enslaved inside a maze of their own devising. How does one create a cage, lock one's own self inside the cage, throw away the key, and forget there is a key or a cage, and forget there is an inside, or outside, and even forget there is a self? Create the illusion that there is no illusion, the entire universe is real, and that no other universe exists or can be created. On Earth, the propaganda taught and agreed upon is that the gods are responsible, and that human beings are not responsible. You are taught that only a god can create universes. So, the responsibility for every action is assigned to another is B or God. Never oneself. No human being ever assumes personal responsibility for the fact that they, themselves, individually and collectively, are gods. This fact alone is the source of entrapment for every is BE. Thank you for listening to Chapter 12, of the book, Alien Interview. Based on personal notes and interview transcriptions provided by Matilda O'Donnell MacElroy. This book is dedicated to all immortal spiritual beings, whether they are aware of themselves as such, or not. What is true for you, is true for you. You are free to listening to the next chapter the letters. Please subscribe Awareness Wisdom, we are grateful for that. Be aware in life.